The coins have chosen you five. Now you must protect the Zeo Crystal and life on Earth. You must bring them back, all of the Rangers. You must train your team to stop Rita before she has the strength to find the crystal.
Welcome back to Binge Point, the place where we dive into the hits, the misses, and everything in between. Today, we're looking at Power Rangers 2017, a movie that tried to resurrect one of the most beloved childhood franchises of the 90s and give it a bold modern spin. It had all the makings of a hit, a recognizable name, a built-in fanbase, and the nostalgia factor working in its favor. But despite all that potential, it fizzled out at the box office and failed to launch the cinematic universe Lionsgate was clearly hoping for. So what went wrong? Why did Power Rangers 2017 fail to connect with both critics and fans? Let's break it down.
That's cool! Oh, yeah! Don't touch it. Zach, don't touch it. Zach, do not touch it.
When Lionsgate and director Dean Israelite announced they were rebooting Power Rangers, the goal seemed clear. Take the cheesy, brightly colored 90s superhero team and reimagine them for a modern audience. The studio wanted something darker, grittier, and emotionally grounded. A kind of Breakfast Club meets Chronicle hybrid. On paper, that idea actually made sense. By 2017, audiences had seen countless superhero movies. Marvel dominated the box office, DC was exploring darker tones, and nostalgia reboots were everywhere. The world seemed ready for a more mature take on a childhood favorite. But the truth is, Power Rangers was never meant to be gritty. Its DNA is built on absurdity, teamwork, and color, and the movie's failure came from misunderstanding what fans truly loved about the franchise.
When these Zords form, dinosaurs reign supreme. They will be an extension of you, and their power is all but limitless.
The story follows 5 teens from the small town of Angel Grove: Jason, Kimberly, Billy, Trini, and Zach, who discover ancient alien coins that grant them superhuman powers. They soon learn they've been chosen to become the next generation of Power Rangers, defenders of the Earth, guided by the long-dormant mentor Zordon, played by Bryan Cranston, and his robot assistant Alpha 5, voiced by Bill Hader. Their mission: stop the ancient villain Rita Repulsa, Elizabeth Banks, from destroying the planet. The premise stays source material, but the tone is completely different.
How's that feel?
We got this, come on! I'm coming!
Instead of embracing the over-the-top energy of the original series, the 2017 reboot takes a grounded, almost somber approach. The first hour of the film plays like a teen drama, and honestly, that's where it shines the most. Each Ranger is reimagined with real flaws and struggles. Jason, the Red Ranger, is a disgraced high school quarterback trying to redeem himself. Kimberly, the Pink Ranger, is haunted by guilt and social ostracism. Zach, the Black Ranger, hides his fear behind humor and bravado while caring for his sick mother. Trini, the Yellow Ranger, is a loner struggling with identity and belonging. And Billy, the Blue Ranger, stands out as the emotional anchor of the film, a character on the autism spectrum, portrayed with incredible warmth and sincerity by R.J. Cyler. These character-driven moments give the team genuine depth and relatability. For the first time, the Power Rangers feel like real kids, not just archetypes in helmets.
Just stop fighting, please! What?
That's dope.
What? I got something on my face.
But that's also where the film's biggest problem begins. The movie spends so much time building emotional backstory that it forgets to deliver on the one thing audiences came to see: the actual Power Rangers. It takes nearly 100 minutes before the team finally morphs. By then, the pacing has already dragged, and when the action finally hits, it feels like a rushed reward after a long wait. Fans expected a superhero spectacle, not a slow-burn origin story. This imbalance in tone and pacing left many viewers confused. Was this supposed to be a heartfelt coming-of-age drama or a fun, explosive action flick? The film couldn't decide, and as a result, it satisfied neither crowd.
Hold the line.
When the final act does arrive, it leans heavily on CGI spectacle. Giant Zords, a massive gold monster named Goldar, and an all-out battle in the streets of Angel Grove. But the problem is, it feels emotionally disconnected. The action scenes lack weight and rhythm, and the visual effects, while flashy, that come off as generic. The Power Rangers finally get their suits, but it's too little, too late. Audiences didn't get enough time to enjoy the Rangers as Rangers. By the time they morph, the movie's nearly over. Elizabeth Banks' performance as Rita Repulsa is another divisive point. To her credit, Banks goes all in. She's campy, weird, and wildly expressive, channeling the energy of the original Rita with a horror-inspired edge. She's easily the most memorable part of the film. But her performance feels like it belongs in a completely different movie. While she's hamming it up and having fun, everyone else is taking things so seriously that the tonal clash becomes impossible to ignore. It's as if the filmmakers couldn't decide whether to embrace the camp or reject it entirely. And that indecision defines the entire movie.
Look at you trying to figure out my plan. I'll just tell you. Yellow has led you to your death.
The soundtrack tries to capture the spirit of modern youth culture with tracks from Kanye West and Imagine Dragons, but even that feels inconsistent. There's a moment where the original Power Rangers theme song briefly plays during the final battle, and for a split second, fans felt that old magic. But it's fleeting. The film never fully embraces nostalgia. Instead, it teases it before pulling back into a self-serious tone. From a business standpoint, Power Rangers was also a casualty of poor timing and misplaced expectations. Lionsgate poured nearly $100 million into production and marketing combined, banking on this being the start of a multi-film universe. But when it released in March 2017, it faced stiff competition from Beauty and the Beast, a Disney powerhouse that devoured its box office share. In the end, Power Rangers grossed just $142 million worldwide, barely enough to cover its costs, and far below the studio's franchise hopes. The underperformance killed plans for sequels that would have introduced Tommy Oliver and continued the Ranger saga. But the financial disappointment wasn't just about competition. It was about audience confusion. Kids found the movie too serious and slow. Adults found it too juvenile and inconsistent. Hardcore fans appreciated the effort to mature the story, but felt it lacked the heart and fun of the original. Simply put, it wasn't clear who the movie was for. When a reboot tries to please everyone, it usually ends up pleasing no one. And yet, beneath the uneven execution, there was potential. The cast genuinely worked. R.J. Cyler's Billy was universally praised for bringing heart and authenticity. The chemistry between the Rangers felt real, and the film's underlying message about redemption, teamwork, and embracing your flaws carried emotional weight. The film also made history by subtly including Power Rangers' first openly LGBTQ+ character in Trini, a quiet but meaningful step toward modern representation. There were the right ideas in place. They just needed a better sense of tone, pacing, and identity. If there's one takeaway from Power Rangers 2017, it's that the franchise doesn't need to grow up to evolve. Fans don't want realism. They want imagination. The charm of Power Rangers has always been its unapologetic weirdness. Giant robots fighting monsters, campy villains, friendship saving the day. The 2017 reboot stripped away that identity in favor of something sleek and serious, and that's why it didn't connect. In the years since, Hasbro, which now owns the Power Rangers IP, has announced plans for another reboot, possibly a shared universe across film and television. Hopefully, that version will learn from this one's mistakes. Because Power Rangers works best when it leans into its own strangeness, when it embraces color and hope instead of chasing the shadow of darker superhero franchises. The 2017 Power Rangers wasn't a disaster. It was a half-step. A movie with heart, ambition, and a great cast, buried under indecision and studio caution. It showed what could work in a modern Power Rangers film, but lacked the courage to fully commit to it. In the end, it didn't fail because it was bad. It failed because it was afraid to be bold. And that's the tragedy of the 2017 Power Rangers. A movie with the right energy, the right ideas, but not enough confidence in what made it special in the first place. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts.